More than 90 million subscribers will use live streaming by 2024. Live streaming as an industry has grown 99% between April 2019 and April 2020. The global live streaming market is estimated to reach more than $247 billion by 2027. What does it all mean? Let's find out on the Why I Go Live podcast with Coach Kirk.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. We are into episode number 2. What's good, family? Welcome back to the Why I Go Live podcast. I am super excited that you are taking this journey with us. Some of you are going to be listening to these week by week. Others of you, you're going to be binge watching or binge listening, I should say, to these episodes as we put them out to launch the show. Coming down to the end of 2023, and we're excited to be able to kind of launch the show with these first few episodes. I talked to you in episode number 1 about the impetus for the show and having this series on my main show, How It All Works show, where we asked the question of several guests over the course of a month, why I go live. Well, these next 4 episodes, I should say, are going to literally take you through that process. You don't have to go and look for it or find it. We are going to take you through that process, just a snippet of those conversations for you to be able to hear why they go live. And today we're excited to be able to hear from Corey and LaQuita Staten from Atumpan Edutainment. They have a YouTube channel that was named Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life at the time that this show was recorded. But their current YouTube channel is called SuperFood Parents. This is a couple who has landed multiple contracts. And even in their existing content, they were able to 4X it because of their live show. Let's take a listen. But how has your live show landed you contracts with insurance companies, universities, banks, and government entities? I mean, the fact that your live show has been instrumental or even played a small role in that process. Talk to us about how that impact has happened.
I think what is a lot of the people that we've encountered in our in-person presentations, workshops, trainings, all those things, people were still looking for us when it was time, when we couldn't come out and be in person. Mm-hmm. So the live platform just gave us the advantage of, being able to still reach those people. So we still were getting contracts from libraries, government entities, from universities, from places that still needed training and programming.
And also it really gave those places, like our past customers, it gave them a way to visualize us now. How are we in this space now? What value are we giving? What value will we give their employees, their particular, their needs? How can we service those needs? And so by them actually seeing the live show and realizing, wait a minute, these people are on it. They really value our time. They ask us about us. They have all of our information available and it's evergreen. It's going to be there. And so knowing that, past customers, word of mouth, you definitely want to keep a clean slate, keep a good look, unless you plan on, some people that's negativity or a detriment like that has a certain audience, right?
If
you are, let's say, it's not a negative thing, but if you're an MMA fighter, you have to talk trash. So, hey,
you do. It's a part of the description.
For us, definitely our live show has actually extended that. It's gotten us bigger contracts so that for some of the same things that we would show up in person for, we might all of a sudden get paid 2 to 4 times more because it really was, depending on the size of the contract before, it's like, wait a minute, you're now going to pay us this amount when before it was this, a fourth of that, or half.
A lot of places, once they found out we were doing this, for example, we had a whole virtual festival that we were contracted to plan. That was one of those 2 to 4 times the amounts that we normally get paid.
Yes.
Because the people say, we can't host this like you guys. Mm-hmm. We can't bring in the guests that you guys have.
Yeah.
And we were able to bring.
We already had those connections.
We had those connections. We brought those people together, and it turned out lovely. And I did the whole show in my sweatpants and a polo shirt.
Come on.
Sweatpants and a polo shirt?
Yeah, sweatpants and a polo shirt.
No, you didn't.
You can only guess what I got on right now because it's nighttime.
This is so good. We could sit right here for the rest of the show, because this is a lot of people. When we talk about the whole monetization conversation, we talk about your live stream being your digital storefront, because there's no greater way for people to experience your greatness than for them to see you do it live. We talk about these things here in this space, and how live streaming can help you grow and engage an audience, establish yourself as a thought leader, and to develop a steady stream of referral based income. Yes, I'm saying those from memory because those are some of my slogans here at How It All Works. But what they're sharing with you is because they have this platform, because they've built out the network, that was something that they could then build on top of to not only get the contract, but to 4X the amount of money they're getting from the contract. I don't want anybody to miss this point. This is huge. I want y'all to listen. Like Corey and LaQuita, y'all could really do a masterclass on just this right here alone. This is huge. Being able to take the whole kingdom that you've built. I hate to say kingdom, but that's a term that comes to mind for your live, show, all of these things that go along with it, your sponsors, your guest list. I mean, one person told me the other day, tell me if this has happened to you. Hey, Kirk, what can I do to just buy your guest list? Can I buy your guest list? Like all the emails of all the people you've ever had on your show. Can I just buy that alone? Because you've had some phenomenal guests. And these are some of the things.
That does make a difference.
It does make a difference.
That guest list, it's one of those things where you can grow. It grows you. It's a form of networking. And I don't know that people realize that live streaming, when you connect with your guests, depending on what kind of live stream you're doing, if you're doing interviews like we do or like you do, as you do, Kirk, it really expands your network. We've had that happen to us so that people think about monetization from the standpoint of, the channel, or like
4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers.
Right. Whereas, like you were definitely instrumental in our growth, watching your channel, watching all the different learning tools. You're bringing on people, showing us about buy me a coffee. And now look at you. You're like, I'm out. I can't even do buy me a coffee anymore. I need another platform, And so seeing that growth and seeing like, so we can do that as well, because, there's power in seeing people pass goalposts and reach milestones.
Come on.
Because then we're like, wait a minute. Oh, we can do that too.
That's it. That's it. There's, oh my goodness. This, they talk about the whole idea, the analogy that, rising tide raises all boats. And then the other piece of that phrase is that you got to have a boat in the water, right? I mean, you got to have a boat in the water, right? You got to have a live show, right? Because here's the thing,
right?
Corey and LaQuita, with Blind Guys Wife Their Life, myself with How It All Works, we're just a few steps ahead of you on the journey. I mean that literally. And so as we learn, we're just kind of turn it back and like, hey, this is working. Hey, this is not working. Wow. We had a ton of fun in that episode. I'm super excited to be able to share that with you here on the Why I Go Live podcast. Corey and LaQuita are still killing the game. They're still doing their thing. But think about some of the things that they said. Now, first of all, I've just like a piggyback on something that was in the video clip that I just said in that video clip. And that is the rising tides raise all boats. But do you have a boat in the water? Do you have a live stream? You can't benefit from the rising tide if you don't have a boat in the water. Man, they said, listen to this. It gave their potential clients a way to visualize them and their value. It's kind of like a portfolio. It allowed them to get 2 to 4 times more because of their live show. And then of course Corey was talking about I hosted the whole thing in my sweatpants and a polo shirt. I mean, you can't tell what he has on underneath the desk. But the whole concept is, guys, there's a component of just living here. There's a component of just being and existing and doing what comes natural to you. I would dare say that when you're going to a family event, or you're going to a business mixer, or you're going to present something on behalf of your business, maybe you're at work and you are with your team and you're having to lead them through a specific process. You're not wondering whether or not, what you're going to say, how you're going to do it. You may put plan and preparation in place, but you're not afraid of actually going in and doing it. At least I would hope so. But the idea with live streaming, people just kind of put it off by itself. They put it off in this other category because it seems like it's for content creators. It seems like it's more for younger people. It seems like it's for people who are very outgoing. What I want you to know about Corey and LaQuita, first of all, Corey is visually impaired. He is blind. That's why their channel was called Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life, because they wanted to give people a window into the lives of what they live on a day-to-day basis. I think it's a phenomenal idea, by the way. So we're talking about somebody who actually lives with a impediment and is still swinging for the fences. Man, if Corey and LaQuita can use live streaming, then why not you? Oh, there's a point they made about their guest list being a part of their networking and how it grows them. Oh, so many nuggets of wisdom in that particular discussion with them. Hey, this is why they go live. And I hope that you're getting a chance to see that and experience that and really tie in to some of the things that this podcast is all about. The Why I Go Live podcast. Family, I'm excited about this series. I'm hoping that you'll check out episode number 3, where we'll have yet another guest, and we'll see you around these internet streets or in the next video. Later, fam.
Why I Go Live, hosted by Coach Kirk, is a composition production. Real streamers, honest stories, and incredible impact. Add your voice to the conversation. Go to kirkrnugent.live/member to join the community. And let's figure out how it all works.